Welcome to another episode on our channel. Today I want to work on completing a set of medieval knights that I began some time ago. I want to get up to 5 medieval male knights to complement my 5 Viking females. We're going to pause for a second. And I am going to get some neck adapters on here so we can talk about neck adapters in general and how that's going to work with one of these 2 heads. So we'll be right back. We are back, and here are the 2 heads again. I've kind of whittled it down to. I've got a lot of head adapters or neck adapters. This would go over the head sculpt. You don't need the long ones. Those are for the ones without necks. Okay. So one thing I should mention is that when you wrap up a head, put it in a plastic bag. This will prevent it from being damaged. This will go a long way. So no dings or paint strips. You ding it and some paint gets taken off. This will go a long way to protecting your heads. So with that in mind, head adapters can come in different sizes, different circumferences, that sort of thing. Those are all things that you have to keep in mind. This is kind of going in descending order of height, but it's pale. So I'm just going to get rid of those right away. They don't seem to match those heads. These pale ones in the back, I'm going to get rid of these as well. Again, they're not good matches for these heads. So, boom, gone. And these 2 also don't seem to do well. Off they go. These are shorter. And I just don't want to. Oh, I know why I don't want to use these as well. Well, not all of them, but one of them has a big circumference in it compared to this one. This is not going to go on the body very well. I mean, it's going to go in and out. It's not going to snap in place. So I'm just going to get rid of those 3. Okay. So we have some heads to look at. Now, these are also really big circumferences. These are probably from dragon bodies, and something broke on the inside, but I eventually thought I could use them and just kept them. So all 3 big circumferences. Again, the problem with that is it's not going to snap on to that. You can hear it click, but it's not snapping in. It's just too big. So off these go. So let me just move these down now. Maybe forward a bit. Different colors. I think this one is the most reddish tone. And it might, no, it's a little off with this head. But the problem with this one, if I remember right, whoops, sorry about that. The problem with that, if I remember right, is it's too big as well. Boom. It doesn't snap into place. So off it goes. Now, in terms of color tone match, I actually thought, when I thought about these heads a bit better, that this is Viggo Mortensen, although I think his face is too wide. but I could use him for Viggo Mortensen. So I think this is a no name head, but it has character. I thought this would be the best match. I'm just going to get rid of this head. And then I'm going to see what looks better in terms of the match. Those are light, still light. I think now we're getting into a better tone. Maybe here, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to say without really direct sunlight, but I don't think this will work. So I'm just going to get rid of these for now. Put those over there. Move all these out of the way. Okay. So I'm going to think probably any of these would work. They're not perfect. I could paint them. But let's see if anything would actually work. That actually would fit. I would need hot water to get it on, but that would fit. This would fit. This would fit. And this is a little hard because it's hard. It looks like it matches the body pretty good, as this one does. This probably matches the body the best, the first one. But I'm more interested in where it meets the neck. So this is hard, and I like it a little bit more flexible so it can go in and off a bit better. So I'm just going to move that one off to the side for now. I might go with this one. This one. And this one. Or this one, I should say. The thing that I have to also keep in mind is how does it fit on the head? This one's really loose. You can see it just goes in and out very nicely. This one, that's a little bit better. A little hot water might work with that one. And this one, a little hot water would work with that one. So this is a bit loose. So I'm just going to put that over there for now, right now, and kind of look at these two. I think I might go with this one. So I am going to pause right now. We're going to get some hot water and we're going to see what happens. If it's too tight, I may go for another one. But let's pause now, get some hot water, and see what we can do. We are back, and I found another neck attachment that I thought would work. I actually like the color better. So that one works there. And on the body, it is like it's going to work there. So I think I like the color better on this one. So I'm going to move these over. And again, this is just something that can kind of help rise the height up a bit if needed. I'm not sure we're going to need it. So the big thing is getting it on the little peg here. So this little circumference goes on here, but I want it to snap on. So I'm going to put in the hot water. Good thing it didn't splatter in my face. Okay, let's get this baby out. Now let's see if it goes on. It just clicked on so nicely. It's there. All right. Now, the next thing is it going to fit on the head? And it looks like it will. Maybe a little hot glue to keep it in place. It's better if you put hot glue here where it attaches to the head than putting it on the adapter to the body, because at least this way is, actually that might just work on its own, is he's gonna move around very nicely. No mobility issues. I'm gonna take his head off for a reason. I don't think I need to extend him, so I'm just gonna put that off to the side. So the reason is because the clothing, sometimes the neck opening is too small to get over the head. So it doesn't make any sense to put on the head first. With the chainmail here on the legs, what I found out with this particular body, which was a steal, by the way, $6.99 for this body. That didn't come with feet, but it did come with hand pegs, didn't come with hands, and so forth. The only problem with is that this is a body I've never used. It's called Many Times, and it's cool. It's a nice looking body. It's universal. You can put a long neck on it or a short neck. But the problem is that the pegs I had are too big for this, the lower part of the foot. And one way you could fix that is to drill it out a little bit so that the peg will fit in and the foot will fit into the other side of the peg. But since I have no pegs that fit and would have to Dremel it out, I thought the second best option is to put a foot into the chainmail and put a little hot glue on the edge of the bottom of the foot, slip it in and attach it to the foot. And that seems to have worked just fine. So I think I'm good here. Now I need to get the chainmail on. The exterior robe. And what I usually do is I put the arms up in the air and I kind of fold the arms toward each other just a little bit. Here's the front part of the body. So here's the back. And then I will grab whatever I need to put on the outfit or the clothing. Here's the chainmail, which is not made out of metal. It's obviously just material. I have him facing towards me, and I am just going to slip this thing on. If I can get it, just so. It's going to be a little hard. There we go. And then I'm going to work each arm in. And then just tug. Tug, tug, tug. Just ever so slightly. You don't really need a lot of force. It's going to go on. And boom, it is on. And the arms are still up in the air. So here he is. And the reason why I left the arms in the air is because I have another thing to put on. And it's this thing, which is shaped like the chainmail. Facing me, find the right opening. So I don't have it on backwards. And I'm just gonna slip it on again, find the hands, put it through the hands, or the wrist pegs, I should say, in this situation. And pull the arms out a little bit so they don't keep coming off. And then again, tug, tug, tug. Boop, 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 boop. Get it over the chainmail. There we go. And make sure everything is centered. And this is where you have to kind of work the shoulder, because if you put it in the wrong way, you'll feel it's not in the right way. Just keep twisting it, and it will reach a point where it is in the right way. All right, great. So move the neck joint over, put the robe on a little bit snugger and centered, and woohoo, we are doing it. He is almost there, at least with the clothing. And then the next episode will deal with the accessorizing. All right. So the clothing is on per se. The cape, I don't really have to worry about because the it will fit over the head. So I am just going to put the head on now. See if it fits. It does. If it's a little too loose, you can put a little hot glue in there. It's better to put hot glue in between the head and the attachment than it is to put hot glue between the attachment and the little peg. Because at least this way, you can move the head wherever you want to go. Yeah. So this is going to work out. It looks like pretty darn good. All right, so the next thing are hands. They have some brown kind of fisted hands. And I'm just going to put them in the hot water. Hopefully it's still hot enough. Get the stand. Make sure the chainmail is in the back, as well as the back robe. Get them on here. Woohoo. There we go. So far, so good. Let's get the hands out. Oh, and here, you could have the water in the glove and accidentally spill it on your hand and burn yourself. Make sure you do not do that. So I'm just going to wipe it off with this dish towel. Okay. This is the left hand. So he has a wrist peg. We're good to go. He came that way, actually. Sometimes they don't come with wrist pegs. If you get the really economically priced figures. It's in there. I didn't hear a click, but it is definitely in there. Other hand. And again, turn it around so the water falls out. You do not burn yourself in the process. This is the other hand. Get them in here. Pull the sleeve up a little bit. Okay. Da, da. Yeah. Woohoo. He's looking good. All right. So the last thing in terms of clothing attire to put on is the cape. And the cape will fit over the head because it's got a metal attachment. And the neat thing about this particular cape is it's wired. It's wired on the sides, it's wired on the back. Actually, it's not wired on the sides. It's wired on the back. So you can shape it as you see. Actually, it's interesting. This one feels like it's wired. One side is not wired. That's very unusual. Guess they didn't need it on that side. Yeah. Fold it here. A little forward here. Yeah. I think this is gonna work pretty darn good. I hear a siren. All right. Doesn't much matter. They're after the medieval knight who escaped from a psychotic hospital. Okay. All right. Anyway. All right. So we have the head picked out. We have the body, and many times body was $6.99. The head I've had forever. And the outfit for some time. And I had always intended to make another Black Knight. I just thought maybe that was a little going overkill, but not with 5 Vikings. All right, so yeah, so the next episode will be the accessorizing, and we'll figure that out in short order. So I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, have a great day.